What's up, guys? We're back with a new video today. So I'm going to give you my thoughts on Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Yeah, so let's jump into it. I really enjoyed this season. I definitely believe this is much better season than Season 1. I know there was a creative overall in the first season. And then obviously the people that took over obviously mainly did the whole of Season 2. So which was quite good. Because it was kind of noticeable in the first season. But yeah, guys. It was pretty good this season. It was absolutely nuts. But yeah, I'm excited to see where the future is going with the third season, because that is filming at the moment, as set photos have leaked, and we know that the Defenders are coming back, which is pretty cool to see, because obviously one big thing we got from this season was the return of Jessica Jones, and like Kristen Ritter was great to have her back as Jessica. And hopefully, like, maybe they'll do like her own thing or own project with her, like what they're doing with Punisher maybe, or something. Obviously Punisher wasn't really in this season, because obviously when I'm recording this next week, his Punisher special is coming out, so we will be doing a video on that, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, the main thing about this season was obviously the city is basically under sort of martial law, with Fisk still running the city. And yeah, I mean, Daredevil and the Resistance are trying to stop him, basically. And obviously Jessica joins the ranks and that, with like Karen. You got White Tiger. Now, she was pretty good, White Tiger. I liked her. Maybe we'll get a bit more of her in the future. But yeah, we did lose a couple characters this season, but a lot of returning characters as well, which was pretty cool to see. But the ending was absolutely crazy with spoiler alert, Matthew obviously defending of Karen on her trial. Karen basically gets arrested, but obviously during the trial Matt does reveal himself as Daredevil to stop Fisk. Man, that was like a Iron Man sort of moment. That was absolutely crazy, to be honest. Like, I really liked that. It was like probably one of the best moments in the finale. And then obviously everyone goes after Fisk, and then but we do have Matt ended up in prison because obviously he's revealed his identity. So yeah, I mean, I have an idea what they're going to be doing with season 3, with like what they've done in the comics, where Matthew is obviously in prison. But yeah, be interested to see how he's going to handle prison life in the next season. And it kind of makes sense now why the Defenders are coming back for the next season. Because spoiler alert, because obviously Jessica Jones has her return this season, and we learned that she has a daughter, which is interesting, and it's actually Luke Cage's daughter as well. So Jessica and Luke actually got together in the end, from when we last saw them, and had a kid together. But he was actually made his return in the finale, Luke Cage. It was so good to see him again. Like, I'm actually glad they got Mike Coulter back. I'm just so glad we got him back. So he was working for like the CIA, which we learned that this Mr. Charles character, played by Matthew Lillard this season, who's working sort of with Fisk, sort of, and he was basically confirmed to be working with Madam Hydra, Mr. Fontaine, who we've met through like the Thunderbolts movie and like Hawkeye and Black Widow and a bunch of other projects she's been in. But yeah, so because obviously in the comics she's obviously Madam Hydra and that, so like sort of ties to Hydra maybe. But yeah, he was like a main sort of antagonist a little bit for this season. Had some history with Jessica, but we do learn that Luke was working for him overseas, apparently, on missions. We don't know what they were, but now that he's back, he's been let go because obviously Bullseye has now been recruited by him, which is interesting to take his place. So Luke is now free to come back to New York, which is interesting. But I have an idea of where they could be doing with that storyline. Like maybe they could be setting up a proper Dark Avengers or like Thunderbolts team, because obviously the Thunderbolts that we got in the movie, that lineup ended up turning into the new Avengers team. So maybe we'll get a proper Thunderbolts lineup, maybe like in the comics. Who knows? That could be something we could get. But yeah. But yeah, obviously Luke makes his return. Yeah. Obviously we don't see Iron Fist in this season finale, so they are saving him. I mean, he is coming back from set photos that have been leaked, so we know that. So yeah, it makes sense while Matt's in prison with the city, with Daredevil in prison, there's not many heroes, so obviously the Defenders have to come back together, I presume, just to defend. But yeah, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Another thing was Helen. We see her going through like PTSD and that this season, like with Muse in her head still from when she killed him. And at the end of the season, I was right about one of my theories. I did think she was going to become like the female Muse, and that is the case now. Because I think it already got spoiled by set photos anyway, but the season finale confirmed it, that she is going to become a female Muse. But yeah, we'll see her next season as the new Muse, which will be interesting. But yeah, other than that though, a couple other nice things was like a flashback with Foggy, which was pretty cool, and we got the return of Wesley from the original Netflix series, and loads of other characters that came back from the original Netflix series, which was pretty cool to see. But yeah, it was quite good this season, to be honest. But yeah, as what is next, I mean, next week obviously we got the Punisher One Last Kill special that's coming out, so I am looking forward to that. And then obviously Spider-Man is next. Now I do wonder if Daredevil is going to show up in Spider-Man, because obviously he's in prison, and in the Spider-Man trailer we do see Sheila, who seems to be the new mayor of New York, so she will be in Spider-Man, and I think she is going to be in the next season of Daredevil because of set photos. But another thing is we do know that Spider-Man will be fighting the Hand in a prison, so yeah, that is something else I've got to keep in mind. So why is the Hand attacking Spider-Man in the prison? Like, is it because obviously Daredevil's in the prison? Like, are we going to get a return of the Hand in the next season of Daredevil, maybe? Like, because I think there is rumours about Elektra maybe coming back at some point, but I'm not too sure on that. But yeah, which makes sense why we could get the defenders back in that. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But anyway, guys, other than that, that is pretty much like my spoiler thoughts, to be honest. Like, I really enjoyed this season. Definitely a lot of fun. I'm interested to see what they're going to do with Kingpin now, because obviously he ended up on that beach. He left New York, but he is obviously coming back. We know that from obviously the set photos. But what they're going to do with him now is the next question. Because obviously Vanessa did die this season, so that's another big thing. So he's really got nothing to lose now. But we'll have to wait and see, guys. Overall, I'd probably say this is probably 8 out of 10 for me, 8.5 maybe. But I really enjoyed this one. So yeah. But yeah, guys, I want to know what your thoughts are on this second season of Daredevil Born Again. Are you excited for the third season and what's to come for Marvel? Let me know down below. If you enjoyed this video, then leave your thoughts down there and a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time.